the best part of the whole podcast. Old man's.
I'm bleeding.
Go.
But I love how people come into the world in diapers and leave in diapers. That's my favorite part. So it's just
I like how they come in getting fingered by their nurse and leave getting fingered by their nurse. That's what I love about the world. All right, Jim, your turn. You got to say a thing about leaving and going.
Well, that's one of my favorite. Carlin, right? About how everything should be in reverse. It's all backwards.
You're supposed to do your own joke.
My own joke?
Me and Mead did our own.
Okay.
This is why most people believe Mead is the only talent of you two. You're
0%.
Oh, no. You're the brains. He's not. He's the lack of brawn. But that's what you two are. He's the eye candy. If you're Ponch and John, but John knew what he was doing. Ponch was sexy, but John knew the rules. And that's who you two are.
Let's not
I never claimed to be anything.
That's what I love about you. You never claimed to be anything. Right. What are you two? Why do I know who you are? Why do people on Compound know who you are? Why does the MLC universe know who you are? Why would a man in a ski mask, a twink from Texas with a mask, hire you two to be a sidekick on a show that he's just starting? You're not comedians. You're not podcasters. You're just. No. It's back in the day when there was just personalities. You're like, if the Love Boat was a thing, you two would just be guest stars on the Love Boat. You're like, why? Yeah. I don't fucking know. You'd be on game show. What the? How did this all start?
Okay. I'll go. Mead. I'll go, and then you can fill in the cracks.
You go because you have a memory. I don't
really either. Yeah, I don't know.
You're cucks, right? You started off as Compound Cucks?
Yeah, that's all.
I know the cucks because when I first started going on Compound the first time, Phil Mangione hit me up and explained to me what the cucks were. We like a Connecticut guy, kind of said, we're kind of excited that you're on there, and I'm going to get some, if you do get on the network, we're going to support you. We'll come to the first show, and this whole thing, and that was pretty cool. And then I started seeing you guys on Twitter and stuff like that, not knowing you had fake names and you're not even people. Like, I don't know. What the fuck are you?
I mean, I'll give you the background.
Yeah, go.
I'll give you the background, and please ask questions.
I will. Thank you for helping.
Oh, yes, please. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty much said it. We're basically just fans. Never asked for any of this. But here's the thing. I will say
merch, dude. You have fucking merch.
That I didn't make. I didn't make a single Stancil thing.
Torelli won't make me merch. He makes you fucking fuck him.
God bless him. God bless him. God bless him.
Ski mask merch.
Listen, I'll just say this.
Goddamn national treasure. Where's my merch, Torelli? What the fuck?
Torelli, get Pat out some merch, please.
Or maybe Frank some merch before he dies.
Or please. Actually, that's a great point.
Make a tombstone. Right. Frank's pissing on it. Not yet. Says not yet. He's just pissing on it.
Yeah.
So you're fans, but you'd come to the studio, right? Is that how you first get to know people?
Come to the studio.
You became friendly with who first? Like Gino? Gino seems like the kind of guy who brings people. Or was it Brendan first? Who was it?
No, I think I became friends with Gino from some show or some retarded drunkenness, right. And that turned into us going to the studio, and then Stancil. What the fuck happened after that? Nothing really.
That was really it. Just hanging out there.
Listen, Gino and Aaron are very good at involving their fans. They're very good at making you feel like you're part of the show. I mean, I was a guest on the show, but I'm a fan of the show too, and they're really good at making you feel like you're part, because they really do believe that. They do love their fans, and Gino is just a fucking social butterfly and loves that stuff. So he does become friends with the people like that. Sometimes to a fault, because they'll treat him like absolute garbage, and it's like, hey, dude, you're a talent. Why are you doing that? But that's what makes that show so good. And I think he kind of opens the door for you guys to go, now we live here. Like there's that guy, like the Teddy face guy, whatever the fuck he is. He just lives there creepy, trying to touch porn star. There's a whole lot of creeps that just chill there. And they're like, they're not good people. Like, I'm psyched that they're like fans and good. And I'm not saying bad thing, but they're not good people. They all should be locked up, but then they're like allowed to be in that studio. And I can't even fucking go there now, but they can go.
They have their Go. They really do have their own whack pack, which is fucking phenomenal. And they're all good people. Like Phil Mangione, who's one of our
Manjone's dog bit the guy who was supposed to open for me for my album, and he couldn't open for me.
I met him.
Yeah, Sam. Sam's a great guy. Sam couldn't open for me, so I had to have 3 other people who weren't ready to do it, and it fucked everything up. Phil's dog fucked up my album. I didn't even release it.
Phil's dog is basically the nothing from Neverending Story. It just rips apart Rockmen and fucking
features. Yeah.
And Sam Hunter is a rock man. He's a giant man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So why do you guys? How do you get in Kevin's universe? How do you become like his beautiful boys? What the fuck is a beautiful boy? How is that not gay?
I'll go back. Nobody ever said that. I'll go back before all of that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah, would you guys answer a question? That would be great.
Give me a goddamn question, Pat.
No. 3 times Mead has said, Jim, you take it. And you went,
okay.
Yeah, Pat, you basically said it. And then said nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so first of all, well, listen.
I tried.
No.
Mead, you go.
No, we live, listen.
No.
We're the people.
No.
Yes. We grew up doing stuff for the story, like for the fuck of it.
Right.
For nothing. You don't get paid to do that.
You've known each other since childhood?
We've known each other since like late teens.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Did you have fake names then?
Yeah, but different ones.
What were your fake names then?
Fag and other fag.
Yeah,
which one were you?
Much. Yeah, right.
That sucks to be other fag. I'm not even top fag.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, so Stancil was like an avid fan of Kevin Brennan before I slept on Gino's futon. And then, so Stancil was always like apparent or relevant in Kevin's Marvel universe.
All right.
So he was always a call-in guy or a commenter or some, he was always there with his opinion. And Kevin noticed it, and he's basically what I think of as Kevin's like illegitimate son.
Okay.
Is how I think Jim Stancil really exists, because his real dad is dead. So
that's true.
Kevin's real dad or Jim's real dad?
What an idiot.
I think Kevin's real dad's probably dead too at this point.
Jim's real dad, who's also one of my basically my other dad. So
your other dad is dead? The other fag's other dad is dead?
My actual dad, I don't know where he is. So
fag dad is dead.
Do you want to borrow Frank as a dad? You can have Frank as a dad.
Yeah, but I'd like my dad to live more than 5 years.
Why? He can get the money now. He's got money. He lives real close to you guys.
Does he?
He lives in Westport.
Wow.
It's right there.
Okay. Hey, Frank.
We should have a big party.
My grandparents
are not allowed to go near anyone during COVID, but after that.
Yeah, right. After that.
Because he
which
could
is
die.
Going to end soon, I hope.
Well, I hear COVID 2, Electric Boogaloo's coming. I hear it's coming in November. It's going to be huge. It's going to be great.
Yeah,
it's not, now it's going to kill Puerto Ricans. That's the new one.
And also, I hear the British have a solution to this, which is hilarious.
What's their solution?
They have they've come up with according to DailyMail.uk, that they have a vaccine now, which is like, I don't trust anybody who's never been able to brush their teeth to come up with something that's going to solve a health
issue. The vaccine's tartar. And they just scrape it up their dumb, stupid teeth and go, "Here you go, Gabna, put that up, you hoe."
Yeah. You've been brushing with a hammer and nails for fucking 300 years. I'm gonna fucking trust you with the COVID solution.
Yeah, when you have magic queens, fuck you. Like, you don't know. They're so stupid. They have a castle. It's so dumb how they live. And they just
I don't know.
But they do have hotter black women.
That's true.
They do.
Larry Baez
black
says
women with English accents are a cool thing.
Yeah, any black people with English accents are a cool thing.
So cool. So
Idris
fucking
Elba,
cool.
Hilarious.
So like Slick Rick was the first one I ever knew of.
Was he English?
He had that accent.
Oh.
Unless he just rapped English. Did he just rap
Sorry,
English?
I wasn't in on that jazz.
No, neither was I. I was a white guy from Cheshire, but I heard of it. It would come in sometimes. They're like, "Here's some black things for you," and then they would tell us. It's like Humpty Dance is a dance you do to get the hump on. I'm like, "Oh, thanks, black guys," and they would just leave. They would tell us stuff.
All those black guys in Cheshire?
There was a prison.
Oh, that's right.
When I went to high school, we had an undefeated football team for a couple of years, and our 2 best players were black guys, and then everybody else was white guys, and we were undefeated for a couple of years because we had 2 black guys. They were great.
There you go.
I was
They
in prison.
both played at Syracuse. They were incredible. So it's like,
Yeah, were you in that prison?
I was not in Cheshire because that's for people who do home invasions, but I was in prison for a whole year for a DUI.
The whole prison isn't for home invasions, just the people that got out and did one.
So there's 2 Cheshires. There's like Cheshire, and there's a regressive Cheshire. So there's like for like people who are graduating. It's a graduate school for prison. So that's like the last Cheshire Annex I believe it's called.
Yes.
That's,
people would confuse it with Cheshire Academy. I'm like, those are two different places.
Yeah, right.
Cheshire Academy is where Brian Leach and Jason Vanderbeek went. Like
right.
But Cheshire Annex is where I'm pretty sure 50 Cent visited once.
Right. So the only time I've ever been north of Hartford, Connecticut is when I was in prison at Willard Cybulski, which is in Enfield, I believe.
What'd you go to prison for? You can
DUI.
make it up. I'm not going to check.
No, it was a DUI. I had 3 DUIs.
I thought you said DIY, and I'm like, is that do it yourself?
Yeah.
I
built a fucking shed. And
you built a she shed and went to jail.
I built a she shed. And
who goes to prison for a DUI?
Me, apparently.
What did you kill someone while DUIing?
I've never been in an accident ever. Period.
Dude, why would you go to jail for a DUI? Did you do it while running over all the black people?
I think they were like, it was at a point where they were just kind of trying to stick it to like the kids who are from affluent communities.
Oh, okay, so you were an example, like a hard job.
I was the example. Meanwhile, there were like rapists who were getting out in like 30 days, and I was in there.
Because they got to rape again. That's how the cycle works.
Exactly.
They'll go sour. If you don't let them out, they go sour, and they don't.
Right.
What was prison like?
It's very strange. It's like it's like college, but more black people.
So like the University of Alabama.
Right. Exactly. No, it was. Yeah, they weren't on the football team.
They were strong, and they could really penetrate the line.
To be honest, I did pretty well in prison. I had like a hustle, so I'm an artist, so I drew multiple family members in portraits for
I drew different holes on my body for them to fuck. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Like this armpit's an asshole. Like please.
I did fine. First of all, I had no going into that. I had no preconceived notions about anybody that was in there. And now that I'm out, I have to say safely that everybody who's in there should be in there.
Yeah, but do they fuck each other that much?
No, it's not a thing.
It's not right. They don't.
Prison is the most like low grade. I was in a level 3. It's like a level 3 or 4, but that is like the most homophobic place. If you have anything to do with that, you're cast out. You're they beat the shit out of you.
Also, I'd be worried about things too much to be that horny. I never understood why they were so horny. Like you're in jail. Your life's crazy. You don't know what's gonna happen to you. I wouldn't just get random boners around dudes. I'd be like, I got other things going on.
Right. Yeah. I had my credit dropping 10 points a day.
You drew some.
Girl you thought you loved is getting fucked by 6 dudes. They are your friends.
How did you know about that?
You don't know about it because she's not telling you. She's getting fucked by 6 dudes. She can't really talk. One's in her mouth.
No, it sucked. It fucking sucks. I mean,
I've never thought. Actually, I have heard some people say jail was the best thing ever, but like, shut up.
Yeah, like it turns you around. Look at me now.
Look at me now. I'm on Oprah. Like, all right.
Yeah, right. Well, no, I have to blow into a device to start my car, so it's fine.
I know that game. Mead, you drew some illicit pictures to elicit some boners, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I drew porn for people. I had that.
Porn or just nudes?
Just whatever. I drew porn.
You drew people fucking?
I drew like a fucking Mr. Stick flip book.
Yeah, there's a finger going in and out.
I mean, the best. You just draw a little white guy in the corner watching a black guy rail your wife. It's like, chuckle.
They're into that. Yeah, that's my landlord.
I can't pay the rent this month. Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah, you can with my wife.
I was on my last podcast I recorded earlier today. We talked about different porn fetishes. And the one I can't understand ever is the human toilet one.
Yeah, I don't go into
shit on.
Well, we didn't answer this, and you guys may be able to help me on this. Who's more fucked up? The person who is the human toilet or the person who wants to use the human toilet?
It's the human toilet.
Yeah, I think the person who is the shit, the person who's the shit,
yes.
They're just doing it as a means to meet an end. So I think
I think they also have no value, so they feel like they need to be that. But if you're like willing to take advantage of someone who's a human toilet, you're an asshole.
I mean, it's a position of power, really, just shitting on someone.
Have you ever felt powerful on your toilet? I mean, not really. I mean, kind of sometimes.
Are you
kidding me?
Is any boss really different than somebody shitting on someone's chest?
Yeah, because you get paid. I don't think they get paid human toilets.
Well, the shitter, I think, gets paid now.
I don't think they're making that with a company.
I think that the top billing has to be the receptacle. No.
You think they even know what that word means?
No.
I'm the receptacle.
You know what? Porn. I've been in the same vein here, enamored with just as an interested. But I like the stuck porn has really caught my eye.
Why are they stuck?
Stuck
they
porn?
can get out of there. They're just under a bed.
I love it.
Like a panic
stuck
room?
porn when somebody like a stepmom gets stuck
under a bed,
dusting under a table.
Oh, no, not even a panic room. Like literally, the girl goes under the bed to get a sock, and then she can't get out from under the bed. And then her stepson comes in and goes, "I'll help you by trying to fuck her." And halfway, she's even in the thing. She's moving the whole time. Like, you can get out of there.
Yeah, it's rape.
That sounds like a great horror movie, though.
But one of them was like she was stuck in a tree. It's like, how'd you get in the tree? What are you doing?
Yeah,
stupid. Why are you in a tree? And then they
get
fuck her
stuck in dumb positions.
Yeah. I call it the conjuring.
Ooh. Do the hand thing behind you when you're like coming. It's like, or the when their arm gets stuck in a sink drain because they're reaching for that's a big one. They reach.
Oh, the garbage disposal.
Yeah, but it's not on. Thank goodness. It would be a weird end to the.
No, that would really turn me on, actually.
Right when she's done coming, the guy's for a hand job. She's like, "Fuck that!" She turns it on and kills her own arm off just to not do it.
Yeah,
like, I've had like 28 hours.
A lot of morbid shit turns me on now. So.
But do you like snuff?
I honestly haven't seen a snuff film.
I can't watch morbid. Like, or when they're fake dead.
No, like I get a little aroused when somebody jumps off a building or something. I don't know.
Not sexual. I mean, excited, but not like.
Well, no. You know what I've got?
They fall off the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I've
was in prison.
I've gotten
but they weren't allowed to go on top of buildings.
I am an ex-con, so I think you know what I've gotten
I think that make you want to have regular like good time sex because you're like I might never have this again. I don't want to fuck a person that fell off a building. Just like a regular retarded person. You don't need them to watch it happen.
You'd really think, wouldn't you?
That's like going to a brewery where you have to see the beer made. I gotta see the retard made. I gotta see it get hit and it hurts right before I fuck it. I gotta know where it comes from.
Yeah, retard porn is a whole other website.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
I've gotten turned on by the weirdest shit lately, like cooking food.
Yeah, but it depends who's cooking.
Just like a plate of bacon, that gets me going.
Oh, well, like you don't mean like a girl cooking it and then like
nope,
just like you cooking it.
Just no, straight up sizzling bacon gets it going.
Well, they have that all those videos satisfying.
I think prison really fucked me up.
Why? Bacon's delicious. That makes sense.
Well, I don't know.
Don't get me started on bacon.
Get locked up in like a gymnasium full of 120 convicts like for a year, and it's gonna have some adverse effect.
I went to an all-black school for a year, so I feel you. It was in New Haven. I played basketball. It was the same thing. I got a lot, but I got thrown out, which my dad was very upset about.
You played basketball there?
Yeah. I was actually a good basketball player, yeah.
I played ball. I was a big baller in my day.
You're 5'2" and 190 pounds.
Well, that's why I started playing lacrosse. I stopped growing, but I was a good goddamn player for a while, Pat, I'll have you know. And I still play. I grew up on the court.
You're too tiny.
Huh?
You're like a little guy in lacrosse?
You have to see him shoot a basketball.
I grew up on the courts. Every day after school, I just went to a court with my boys and balled till I had to go home for dinner.
Right, just
my childhood.
Like imagine just a midget turning into a cannon and a basketball coming out of it.
Ooh, I like that.
That's his fucking long shot.
You're an outside. You're not taking it to the hole because you're tiny.
Oh no, I go in.
No, he takes it in the hole. Takes it to the house.
I used to call me scoop. I used to love the double dip, the scoop.
Who the fuck's letting you do all that?
What do you mean?
No, you come to the paint.
I've got great skill. You're underestimating me.
Double jerk off Jones like a butter churn. I'm not letting you do that.
Their arms can't reach down far enough to hit the ball out of his hand. That's
their cock can. They should just swat you with their cock.
That's for sure.
That's a whole nother video.
Yeah. I know that game.
Yeah, I don't. When it comes to the porn, like, I don't know anything with poop or pee or spit or or crying. Like, get out of here. I don't want.
No, we're just having fun. No,
a little. You know what? A little. I'm not gonna lie. A little. Well, I know it's fake. I don't want them to really cry, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I like a good pounding. I don't like any weird stuff when I'm actually
good pounding.
When I'm actually gonna come.
I don't like a compilation. I had that conversation with somebody.
No.
I don't like a compilation. I want to see the whole thing. I'm invested.
Yes.
Oh, are you like the one who'll sit through like a kind of a story type deal, or
yes,
really?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's why you
show
like
up.
That is why you.
I like the girl. I like a type of girl, so I like to see what she does, and then she lets me down by doing foot shit, and then I leave her.
I wouldn't go that far.
That's why
I do. Once you do foot shit, get the fuck out of my face.
Oh no, that I don't care for the story. Just get to the. I'll take a touch of a story. I'll watch them when they.
I might finish where the story ends, but then the next time I'm watching, I'll continue.
No.
I'm back.
No,
I'm back.
I think that's spoken like a true modern day wrestling fan.
Yeah, I need storyline. It's not all about the moves. You need storyline. And since I've been on shows on Compound where I've met porn stars, I'm like, okay, these girls work hard. I don't want someone to leave during my show and they just laugh once then leave. I want them to laugh through the whole show.
I want to see Becky Lynch's promo before she goes in the ring and.
Yes, I do. How do I know why she's upset if I don't hear the promo?
I should know who that is, but I do.
Well, you should know. You live in Connecticut, the home of wrestling.
I've been on top of that building. I used to be in the Raw intro way back in the day.
Oh, that old one on top of the building?
There was one where they were. I was at the match on top of the building.
The one on top of the Raw building in '93 when they're up there. Yeah.
Yes, I was there. Yeah. And then, but that same day they recorded the beginning to it. I was pulling on the fence of police lights on.
Yeah.
Real inside stuff here. Real great stuff.
It really isn't. It's not that inside. It's pretty well known. At one point, wrestling was the biggest show ever on TV. It might not be now, but at one
now
point.
It's not at all.
Oh, when Stone Cold was around, it was fucking.
Attitude
Era. Absolutely the best time ever in America, period.
That's when America was at its best. When the first thing on TV after 9/11 was Vince McMahon saying we're going to be okay, you knew that we were going to die someday.
If anybody says America was never great, looking when fucking Stone Cold showed up in a beer truck and rained down on Pat Patterson and fucking
they deserved it. Those old little cocks, they deserved it.
Yeah, exactly.
May Young. Hey. I was at the Garden when her tits came out in Royal Rumble. I was there.
I've seen that leaked footage of her fucking.
I was there.
Tits. Oh, it's so bad. But if you notice, 9/11, the plane did not hit Titan Tower.
Here we go.
It hit the other tower.
Well, this is right up my alley. Listen, I'll tell you what. It skipped Titan Towers was the original target for 9/11. It went straight to the Twin Towers. That was the only other option. They couldn't turn around. There was no one else to land. They had to go to Twin Towers. Titan Towers was the first target.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. So does,
I like how he did that impression while you blew smoke for special effects.
I knew he was good. I knew it was going to. As soon as you said 9/11, I knew Alex Jones.
You were
so
linked that you both have one arm at the same time.
I'm leaning.
Teapot.
I'm leaning a little bit. I had a long day. I had a long day. I was sitting at a construction site watching fat people eat bacon, egg, and cheese meatball parms all morning.
Bacon, egg, and cheese meatball parm.
Have you ever been to a construction site?
Yeah, but that's one sandwich.
Yeah, that's a breakfast sandwich.
Bacon, egg, and cheese, and meatball.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't want my spaghetti sauce on my fucking egg.
Oh, you ever seen a concrete guy have breakfast? It's the worst
I actually
thing
never have.
Watched. Yeah. I've watched.
Yeah, they keep a cigarette while they chew on the side of their mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. A cigarello just right in the corner while they eat the fucking the hoagie.
Why don't they take it out?
It's just part of
they got to work on concrete. How are they going to relax?
Right.
What's hard about concrete?
How are they going to relax?
It's concrete, so it's hard. But I mean, what's hard about that job? They're dumping the thing out.
You're in the hot sun all day, fucking pouring concrete into forming up slabs.
Right. Maybe it's not that hard. They're in a truck and it's dumping out.
It's not that hard. I'd say the guys.
It's not hard. They're dumb. Let's cut the shit. They're dumb. You're pretty dumb.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't say they were dumb. I just think they don't work hard.
Saying
they're fucking dumb.
Well, they're smart enough to get that job. They get paid a lot.
They do get paid a lot.
We can't afford those sandwiches. That's some incredible sandwiches.
That's a $12
I was thinking,
sandwich.
how much does that cost to get? I can barely afford to put sour cream on a taco. I'm not going to put a meatball on an egg sandwich.
That's a $12 breakfast. I mean, we're talking every day.
Because you're not going to have one meatball. That's got to be a hoagie.
Yeah, but they have to go home to their wives with the fucking mole and the complaining and just like they're awful people. So
the wives or them?
They have to go home to their gay son and their fucking fat wife with the goddamn mole.
Or their gay wife and their fat son?
Probably both.
Their gay fat wife son?
I don't even want to think about it anymore. Anyway,
so Pat. Yeah, they got to play softball so they can't go home ever.
Yeah, they love softball. They're real good at it. They still
How many leagues?
Cigarette while they hit softball.
How many leagues? I played D-League for 20 years here.
I mean, how many? Serious? I mean, I traveled in 2 leagues, and Strawberry was on our team for a while, but we both played right field, and he knew he wasn't going to beat me, so he left. But, like, we played together for a while. We're really good. And my cousin, Vito, he's real good. And he's got this bat. It's got, like, linoleum. What's the word? Linoleum inside. And you hit it, and it goes ding, and it just takes off. It might be illegal, but fuck that. We're winning. Phil's Concrete is winning the whole thing this year. Fuck you.
Definitely. There's always a cousin Vito, but his real name is Brian somehow.
Yeah. Big Vito. What's your name? My name's Phil. Like, why the fuck are you Big Vito? It's like, because little Vito was taken. Like, all right.
Because I watched The Sopranos once.
Yeah. You ever see it? You ever see Goodfellas? Yeah, I have. You ever see it like 300 times? Like, no.
Yeah.
Hey, this is my cousin Sammy the Bull. Sammy the Bull? What's your actual name? Jeffrey.
Yeah, no, he's not.
My real name is Jeffrey the Bull, but I go by Sammy the Bull. I like the last name the Bull.
Oh, fuck my goddamn heritage. I hate him.
Oh, you're Italian?
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I don't.
Okay, we can tell you're fucking Italian, but like, Mead hides it.
Only half Polish.
Half Irish.
What a terrible combination.
Yeah, it's wild.
Polish and Italian.
Dumb and stupid.
You don't know what to do with a sausage. You're just fucking weird.
Kielbasa, yeah.
Yeah, your kielbasa, you're like your brat, your Italian sausage, you're fucking all over the place. Everything's shaped like a dick.
The fucking Italian's trying to cook it and the Polish guy's trying to turn it into paneling.
Stupid Polish guys. What happened to those jokes? Why did those
get
canceled?
What did happen to
Why
those
did Polish jokes get canceled?
I always love
Let's cancel. I say we cancel people who used to do Polish jokes. Really get back at them. Let's start backtracking. And
they're dead.
Oh, yeah.
I always love the glass bottom boat Polish joke.
I like the glass bottom boat. I like the submarine with the screen doors. I like the one where the guy broke his arm raking in a tree and he fell. I like that one a lot.
The old light bulb, the old 3 people with a light. Can't go wrong with the old light bulb and the ladder.
Yeah.
Whenever a light bulb joke started, I'm like, here comes the black joke. Like, you knew like they couldn't hold off. It started with Polish, and you're like, it's coming, and then there it is.
Very persecuted people, okay?
The blacks or the Polish?
The Polish.
They're persecuted?
Yes.
Yeah, they got crazy people on all sides. Right?
Yeah, Hitler tried to kill us all, and we were
Well, he was aiming for others, and you guys got in the way.
Yeah, collateral damage.
He had a mission.
I do like what's going on in Poland, though. Poland are like the proudest people of their country for no reason whatsoever.
Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
They're pretty proud about nothing.
That's not a country anymore.
They're not, but they're still proud for no reason.
Oh, they are proud. Mi orgullo.
And fuck you, Italians are super proud.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
proud.
but like half of them are really Swiss, and the others are actual Africans. So.
Actual.
Stancil is 3% African.
Oh, you
That's
took
true.
that test?
He is more African. He's more African than Elizabeth Warren is Native American. So he has something to be proud of.
Well, on my other podcast, Podophiles, we're recording tomorrow, so this week's one, we're going to debunk Native Americans. We're going to break down how they probably weren't real, and if they were, it wasn't that bad. That's what my friend Brandon's going to do, and me and Dave are going to make fun of it.
That's like what a dad who walks in on his son jerking off to like pictures of dogs. He just forgets about it.
Yeah.
Like we killed all these Native Americans. I walked into my son blowing a guy, and I'm just going to forget about it.
Just forgot
like,
that. It never happened.
Trail of Tears never happened.
That one we're going to debunk. Last week we debunked AIDS. And then before that one, we debunked the Holocaust and Jesus.
Yeah, I caught some of the Holocaust and Jesus. That was good.
Yeah, we don't really actually debunk him, but Brandon is really good. I said in my last podcast, he's very good at giving you that one thing you need to go, oh, shit, he might be right. Like, he knows how to do the sales pitch. And he did that to me with the moon. Because I always believe we land on the fucking moon. And then he said to me, they drove a car. And I'm like, what? He goes, they drove a car on the moon. I go, okay. He goes, how the fuck are they driving a car? It's hot as fuck. The moon is hotter than most surfaces. How did they get a space car? What the fuck is a space car? How would they know that? How would they have tires? How would they know what to do? How could they drive so fucking fast? It's craters. And I'm like, fuck you. I learned Santa wasn't real. Like, fuck you. Space car's not real. You can't drive in the moon.
Don't get me fucking started, Pat. I'll tell you what. There are obelisks that are visually available to look at right now. If you look at satellite imagery, there's obelisks on the moon. We've been there before. The Chinese have been there. Aliens have been there for years. So don't tell me that there's nobody on the moon and the moon doesn't exist because you're a fucking liar and I'll eat your ass.
I like how the moon doesn't exist. That's even better. That's my new one. The moon doesn't. I can see it. Fuck you. I don't see it. I'll say I don't see it. Fuck you.
It's a projection from Washington. It's just a projected image, like the Batman spotlight in Gotham City.
You ever been to Vegas when Michael Jackson's dancing? He's dead. He can't just dance. It's a hologram. He just dances around fucking a kid. It's crazy. That's what the moon does. It just fingers you a bunch and doesn't move. Tito's there. And you're like, what the fuck happened, Tito? Why didn't you become more? Your dad beat you too. You should have sang better.
You ever heard of the moonwalk? It didn't exist. Same thing at the moon.
How could it exist? It was just, listen, they just took that tape and they played it backwards. He was just walking forwards. He was slipping on a banana.
Floating backwards on children's buttholes. That was it.
He never even fucked the kid. The kid fucked him. That's the whole thing. The kids they were so turned on by his music, they would just throw their assholes at him. And he couldn't stop. But the parents didn't want to say their kids were sluts. So what did they do? They lied and they said that guy was a pedophile. But he wasn't. He was a beautiful dancer and a lovely boy.
Oh my God. I would love flat earthers to go after other stuff like that. You know, like it's so fucking adamant about it. About Michael Jackson.
If they went after how pedophiles are actually just being like groomed by children.
Oh my God. If flat earthers went after like the Holocaust the way they do about how like we're literally walking on a fucking CD, it would be fucking hilarious.
It's insane. How did they even all get there? Have you ever seen Jews travel? It takes them forever. How would they even all get to that one spot? And they don't even like camp. You ever been to a camp? Jewish kids aren't there. They don't play. It's stupid to even think they were there at all. And Hitler liked blonde people, and there's Jewish blonde people. I fucked a girl named Rebecca, and she had blonde hair, so I know they're there.
You ever poured water on a baseball? You think it just stays there? It falls off. What are you doing? This is flat earth. That's all we got.
You ever cut a baseball in half? Is there polar bears inside? Then shut the fuck up. It's not real. It's flat. It's flat earth. I know that.
When
you
did
ever
flat
walk straight somewhere? Do you ever go around? No.
Flat earthers came out of, was it Eddie Bravo is the most recent proponent of that, right?
I like how these flat earthers are all Italian now.
Hey, you know, sometimes because Italians are stupid. They're like, hey, since our guy couldn't make the round, hey, Amerigo Vespucci, you know, he went around and circled around again, got lost. Obviously, it's flat because you always come back.
My buddy Dominic said you can't even get to the South Pole if you try, and he knows he has a boat.
Hey, he has a boat, and he knows the guy. There's a dock. You ever been to the docks? And shut the fuck up. The docks, it's flat, right? And that's where you meet the boat. The boat comes in. The girls, I mean, like the cargo, it comes in. You bring it in. You make sure it's alive, and you bring it in. Those girls were all seasick. Why? Because they were going flat the whole time. They were curved. That's why those Chinese girls lived. Anyway, it's flat. Not like that Chinese girl's tits. Those weren't flat.
Shackleton Schmackleton. My cousin Dominic has a 55-foot Sea Ray. He knows.
I ride ski-doos. I know it's queer, but I do that sometimes. And I was on a ski-doo one time, not being gay with my friend Tony, and we weren't touching or nothing, but you got to hold on when you don't have vests. And we're oiled up, but we're riding, we're having a good time, we're enjoying ourselves. It's fun. Oh. But then what happens is we start going. I go, wait, I can't see anything else. That's the horizon. He goes, we're going to fall off the fucking earth. Turn around. It's flat. And we turned around. We lived.
Ski-doos are gay.
If we learned one thing from that,
absolutely,
or the gay boat.
They've really
too lazy for a kayak, too poor for a boat. That's what I always say.
They regressed from conquering the known world. I think there was a little lapse in there.
It's like when Asians were like, "How motorcycle go in water? Oh, how you make motorcycle go in water? Oh, ski-doo.
Yeah,
that's how they do.
Dumb Italians ate it up.
They love it. Dumb Italians love whatever Asians make. They do.
That's a bumper sticker.
They stole their noodles. They love it all.
That's a
big your noodles. They stole your Tokyo drifting, whatever the fuck you Italians do when you're driving your cars, yelling at women.
Yeah, my fucking IROC Z doesn't drift anymore.
Nothing drifts anymore. Remember drifting? It was you can't drift on a flat Earth. I just unproved myself.
Yeah, 3 electricians at a fucking pub. You remember drifting?
You remember when power didn't mean white? It just meant what went through the AC/DC current. Remember that? Now it's all white power. What if Betty White owned a power company and called it Betty White Power? Would that be a problem? I don't think that'd be a problem.
You know, the only thing I really miss about bars is sitting next to just 3 degenerate, fucking Teamsters. Just hearing them talk about bullshit. That was my favorite part. And Stancil can attest to that. We had
the people that grew out of the wood of the bar, like in Pirates of the Caribbean, where the guys come out of the hull.
They were outside sweeping before it opened, just so they thought if they swept, they get a free beer. Like, I used to bartend a place in New Haven in college, and there was a guy who was just swept outside. I'm like, we didn't hire you. He's like, but I took care of it. Can I get a free beer? I'm like, I don't need you to sweep the sidewalk, asshole. We don't care about the sidewalk. They just come in. This was the time before Google, so those guys were great at the end of it because you didn't know something, and they would just know it. And even if they didn't know it, you didn't give a fuck if they were lying. That was their one gift. It's like, who played shortstop for the Orioles in '88? And they would just go, it wasn't Ripken, you cunt. And they're like, all right.
Yeah, and then there's like a Rain Man in the bar who just names it off the fucking rip. But the thing about those guys is they probably make $150,000 a year and don't even know it because somehow their wife takes care of the billing. And they have no clue, so they're that lowly that they just sit and drink fucking like Guinness all day.
Well, most of them don't even drink Guinness. Most of them don't know how much money, and their wives tell them they're poor. So they drink like the cheapest draft and a cheap shot, and they buy a round for the bar. Every other shit regular sits there, and they all get a little chip or something, and everybody get a chip. So you buy one round, and then that gets you. Everyone else buys a round. That gets you through the day. You only buy one round of drinks. You buy 5 drinks, but like you get to have like 10 drinks. People start buying shots on top of it. New people come in. It's a great move.
It's a great call. Yeah, you got to really time it out, though. You don't want to buy it for people that are about to leave. I know that.
Or, you only buy it for people you know you're getting it back. You never buy for a person not getting you back.
Yeah, the Knights of Columbus crew, that's the fucking best. Jesus Christ.
I like when they're too cheap to buy a round. It's like, it's $1 for beer. It's $1. It's like, well, I died
that's a
for
whole
this
nother
country.
level.
I'm like, you're not dead. What do you mean you died for this country?
Yeah, I gotta give up my knee surgery for this fucking next one.
Yeah, I lost my neck in Nam. Like, your neck? How the fuck do you lose your neck?
The athletic clubs are a whole nother level. I played in a pool league for like 1 year because my buddy talked me into it. Yeah, I played like the athletic clubs, and that is lowly.
We played in a dart league. That's probably as lowly as you possibly
pretty lowly.
It sounds like it'd be fun, and then you get into it, and you're like, you start to know the inner workings of the bars because it's your arena.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird.
Yeah, right.
You have a home game, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Where everybody knows your name.
Yeah, you're wearing a shirt for the place, but you don't work at the place. Like, you're just a mascot for drunk. Look at me. I'm the mascot for scurvy. Like, good job, buddy. You did it.
We had a dart league in Stanford that played at a place called Harry O's. And Dave knows where Harry O's is. And there's literally the windows. There's no light going into the place at all. There's probably a couple.
It's a strip club.
It's a strip club, but like
with a pool table.
By strip, I mean like the women on stage are literally having fucking their water break while they're on stage. Just like there's miscarriages happening more than there's dancing.
I don't think it was a miss. I think God intended. But anyway.
So the pool leagues and the dart leagues are probably the most fucked up thing you could possibly do in your life, besides just drinking there for fun. I think that's better. If you're trying to make a sport out of it.
When you're trying to justify why you're there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You're better off just saying, I hate my life, and I want to get drunk because I can't sleep because life was bad, and I need this because I can't afford health care, rather than say, no, hon. I'm in this league. They need me. It's the finals. Like, it's been the finals for the last 8 weeks.
Right.
I
can't let the boys down.
I got a big game at the Hard Hat in North Haven. It's one of the toughest places to play. The crowd is hard. It's a tough away game.
Yeah, all the darts are sticky.
So because of that, Coach decided we have to get hotel rooms. I'm like, Coach? Who the fuck's the coach? You have a coach now? Yeah, he used to be one of the best, but he lost both his arms. He throws it with his teeth. He's not that good, but he hits bullseyes, and he's well at cricket. He hits the 777 real good. That's what he's good at.
Coach is just a 3-time divorcee with emphysema, yelling.
Hey, you've got to throw it through the hole. You don't aim for the red. You aim for the tin on the red, you fucking fag. What are you doing?
Pack of babos.
I'm going to give you something. He reaches into the drink pipe and he pulls out like his lucky fucking, like the feathers on the end of the thing. I've been keeping this. I used this one when I won the championships in Naugatuck in 1973 from Melissa's Firehouse. And he pulls it out and just gives it to the guy. And then the guy right there, his thumb falls off from all the fucking disease inside there. But now he's the perfect thrower.
Yeah, he can't get it off his thumb. All the Bushmills that's been spilled on it, it's so just stuck.
Bushmills is what he calls the shit that comes out of his ass at this point. It's just a mill of bush just flying out. Oh, when I was at bartending, there was a guy they called Montana Mel.
What? Can you disclose the location? I went to school in New Haven.
I went to Southern, and I used to work in West at New West.
New West. I lived in New West.
I bartended there from like 97 to 2000, probably.
I just missed you. Fuck.
And I lived on Blake Street because our rugby house was right down. I played rugby. So so I bartended there, and I used to drink at Village Pub up the street before that closed down up that way all the time. But when I was
Tuesday nights, 5-cent wings.
Oh, it was the best. I started off as a cook, and then I learned how to bartend. So I would cook during the day, and then I would bartend at night. And I would be there 50 hours a fucking week, either hammered or just making money. It was great. There was a guy who used to come in, a regular named Montana Mel, and he was from Montana, and his name was Mel. So that's the fucking name. But he wore this stupid cowboy hat. And he every day would come in, and he would be real cheap, like we were saying. He'd get the cheapest draft. He'd get a shot. He would nurse the fucking shot all day, sip the beer, and, like, work it. He'd get people to buy him shots and drinks, but then, like, always would, forgot my money, like that kind of move.
Oh, yeah.
He always spent the money he had left on scratch-offs. One day, Montana Mel played Win for Life, and he fucking won. And he won $1,000 a week for life. Now, this guy had nothing, and he chose the greatest lifestyle. Down the road, if you kept going down towards, like, the Merritt, like right before you get there, there's that really shitty no-tell motel, right? Like where the Taco Bell used to be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
He paid for a room for a year, so he could just live there. It's like $20 a night, whatever. He got a hooker every night. He bought a hibachi, and he would cook himself a steak every day, have the hooker, come down, have a shot and a beer, then buy anyone who bought him one a drink, and that was his day every day until he might still be doing it until Win for Life ended. Every day,
probably
hooker,
not still doing
steak,
it.
no-tell motel, nurse a shot, beer every day. Oh, and he got a new hat.
It's a good thing that Connecticut didn't have Keno like Pick 4 or whatever, Win 4 or whatever.
That inside stupid bingo bullshit they do in Massachusetts because they're too dumb to fucking watch TV.
Westchester is the fucking worst with that.
Connecticut,
bad.
we had Law and Order on from 11, as soon as Sports Center ended, until 5 in the afternoon. You watch Sports Center in the bar from 7 a.m. until you watch the same thing tick underneath the entire time because you missed one fucking score until noon. And when that stopped, you put on Law and Order on USA and you watch that the entire fucking day.
Sounds like a lot like jail, but with alcohol. They would just watch Maury all day. That was the thing, and everybody would cheer out when it wasn't the father.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
one of us. One of that. That's fun.
Fucking phenomenal.
You guys are portrayed as drinking animal? Are you really like these like nonstop drinking fucks, or are you just like is this fun for the shows?
No, we space it out. We have jobs, like regular fucking jobs. I do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd probably drink on average once or twice a week normally, but I'm really more social drinker.
You're regular humans, but you've had to weirdly adapt this like. Well, you've had to adapt this like personality for these worlds that you're weirdly like. I wasn't kidding.
No, that's the thing.
You have merchandise. People wear masks with you on it. Like, what the fuck?
But Pat,
how do you explain that to someone who is not one of the 8 people who knows fucking Brennan's show?
It's organic. It's what you just said. We're not like you just kind of hit the nail. Like we're not trying to be in it. This is
No,
this
you
has always
didn't ask
been
for
us.
any of this.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. This has always been us, and whatever. Just see what we can see. It's all organic. Never asked. Whatever.
Is
Yeah,
it
we
making
made- we
you
can
guys.
see.
Is it making you guys want to try comedy or want to have your own podcast? Are you becoming like that?
I tried my hand at stand-up a while ago. Didn't go well.
Wasn't
The thing
well.
is, I'm so scatter fucking brain that I can't collect enough ideas to just like go and do a set. That's the thing. It's like I forget everything. Literally, probably because of the alcohol. But if I
know a lot of drunks who remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to give it a try. But I respect Stan.
Why do you need Ski Mask? You two have the following. He took you for the following.
Well, first of all, Ski Mask is a fucking great guy, and he's like
awesome guy. I'm not shitting on him, but I told him, I said it might be tough with you two of your personalities. He went from interviewing people that have two other people. I told him he should probably like try to regulate what you guys do and give you like sketches or dumb shit to do. He can really do something there. He's got a good brain in his head there. He has a drive like crazy to do something. But
so we're bringing him down.
You caught in trying to make everyone happy.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, no, he asked us. And,
he's moving here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a fucking weird girlfriend, huh?
Oh, he has a girlfriend?
No, he's like
no.
To us.
Oh, he's like a weird.
I'm just kidding. I fucking love him, man. He's a really good guy. Like he gave us a fucking opportunity out of nowhere. We didn't ask for it. So we're gonna make the best of it. But he had a show that was basically like a hark on MLC, which was like a whack pack.
But it wasn't like something Kevin asked for, right? He was just like he loved the show so much that he decided to do like a tribute show to talk about that thing.
Right.
Like the Stern After Show used to be.
Yes, exactly. But I don't want to change his idea. I just thought we could turn it into something where we actually get into talking to comedians about what the fuck they do, because that's something I'm interested in. I respect comedy so much. That's probably why I don't do it.
Right.
Well,
same here.
Need him to do that.
I don't know.
You know as many comedians as he does.
Yeah, we talked about this. Me and me have been fucking bullshitting about doing a podcast for years. And that's the thing. Like, he has it set up. He does everything. We just literally fucking jump on at 8 and we do our thing. Like,
right. I think you can do both. I think you could be the sidekicks to the Ski Mask, but also have a separate show where it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be an hour.
Well, listen,
you two are fans of comedy, fans of podcasts. You'd have the questions that people want to hear, not the stupid bullshit ones. And you have access to so many comics. It'd be interesting to hear you guys ask questions. They'd be some fun ones, but some real ones about them doing comedy. That would be interesting.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to do on Ski Mask, but not step on the toes of what the show actually was. So I kind of want to broaden what he was doing, because I totally respect somebody who shows up in a fucking wrestling mask or a fucking a ski mask. It's just such a original fucking idea.
The last thing you want to do is interrupt a man who's letting two pieces of shit eat burgers. You don't want to interrupt that. That's part of my life now. People are like, well, were you on that show? I'm like, yeah, I was on it. I know I was weirdly cut out of any highlights on fucking Brennan show. That's what I've heard.
Were you?
Well, so is our show name and all
and Ski Mask. And it was like Brennan's Burger Hut. All of a sudden, it was like
right, exactly. Or like
I don't know, Kevin. That show was the first time I'd ever been in a virtual room or anything with Kevin Brennan. I've never met Kevin Brennan. I don't know Kevin Brennan. I'm a fan. Anyone that goes off like that, I liked Burning Bridges. I enjoyed the show. I've never really watched MLC, but I do enjoy what he does. And anyone who get people to follow him like that knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? So on that show, I was kind of hoping him and I could do play-by-play and do something. And he just kind of I think he just said there was too many people here.
Well, that's Kevin though. Like he's like, oh, what the fuck is this? But Kevin's been good to us too. So
without a doubt. Without Kevin, none of this happens.
Yeah.
Without Kevin Brennan, none of you two don't get to be on Ski Mask. Ski Mask doesn't have a thing. That he allowed that opportunity. And that to me, that's like when I'm dealing with certain bookers that give me shows. There he is. There's my friend. How are you, sir?
There's a guy who never stops talking on his phone.
Or walking with his phone. That's why he's in such good shape. He walks and talks. He's the only person that I ever on my podcast had walk for the entire hour.
Yeah, he's literally only 22 years old.
And believe me, if you told me that, I'd go, really? He looks 18. Like, that's what I would say. He's incredibly in shape. And I don't care if he's an earshot or not. He's naturally one of the funniest motherfuckers I've ever met in my goddamn life. He's so quick. He's just a nice, and I hate saying it because usually when you say someone's a nice guy, it means they're not funny. But no, he's hilarious and he's a nice guy. He's a genuine guy. And I enjoy him every day. And I like to bust his balls, but he's the only guy I feel bad doing that to. It's like, I don't want to make fun of Larry. He's amazing.
Every day is hilarious to me, so I fucking love it. So I can't, I have to thank him, too, because he just came in here.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Brought laughter into my fucking life that's miserable.
And it was just a perfect storm, Pat. I don't know. Everything closed down.
How does Larry live with you during the quarantine?
Larry moved in next door with our buddy Mike, who's a
by
big
chance.
Fan. Mike. He's a big fan of In Hot Water, and he had Larry move up here, and then Larry moved in here because I have a fucking couple spare bedrooms. So
no, but once again, it's just like you guys are in the perfect spot, but you take advantage of a good opportunity. I like what you guys do. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I am a fan. I'm a fan of both of you, and I don't know what the fuck. Yeah,
we're all in the same boat here, Pat.
No, I'm the captain of the boat. Fuck you. I do things. I work. I hard at comedy. I've tried to do a million things, and no one knows who I am. And then a guy with a ski mask shows up, and you guys, the three of you, get more following. And I have to go on that show to fucking get people to watch me.
No. The problem is I don't want to disrespect or step on any toes of people that people like you who I respect who are putting in fucking work to be comedians.
No, because you need to step on toes. You need to choke me out. You need to take people out. That's how
I
it works.
know it's a fucking cutthroat thing, but it's like I'm not trying. We're just riding a fucking wave.
I'm going to fight every show you're on.
Right.
That's what I'm doing from now on. Calling it out here. I will fight every host of those shows.
I love it.
There might be some of them might be funnier than me, but I can physically take them all out. That's all I know.
You are getting some nice paces there with your
I can run away if they're too strong. I've learned that. I told Stancil we're going to do a thing. We're going to run. But for his thing, we're going to run a mile, and then we're going to eat a pizza. And then we're going to run a mile, and then we're going to eat a cake. And then we're going to see who throws up the most.
Yes. I just did another run with Runkeeper 2 days ago. No big deal.
We're using Runkeeper now.
Inspo.
You got to friend me on there, so I have 3 friends on Runkeeper.
Fitspo. All right. I didn't know that was even a thing.
Yeah, I didn't know either until I made a joke. I saw it said 0 friends one time, and I'm like, the way I like it, running hard and having no friends. And then a buddy of mine who works at a comics comedy club friended me on it. He goes, there you go, asshole. You got a friend. I'm like, fuck you. I didn't want a goddamn friend on this bullshit.
Yeah, I'd love to run, but I just want to hit everyone in the face who waves at me while I'm running. That's the problem.
Then you need to start looking like me. They don't wave at me at all.
Well, I got to shave the head, first of all. You're in a pretty rural or not necessarily packed area, right?
It's the hood.
Yeah.
Kind of, but there's a river walk, so it's nice. Yeah. I'm in an area where the Ansonia is kind of hoodish, and then you go right to Derby where it's all Stancils, but they're bald, and then you get to Shelton where it's just they think they're better than the other two, but it's all just valley trash. So I'm running by them, but I'm all taller than them because they're all midgets. So it's
yeah. Well, you're threatening. That's good.
My whole life.
Yeah.
I've always been told that I am, intimidating, which is just the voice. I'm not, I use it, but I'm a pussy.
Were you a wild boy,
then I beat the shit out of someone.
Were you a wild boy at any point?
I was, yeah. I was very much so. But I was also in high school. I was the punk. I went to 3 high schools in 5 years. I was asked to leave all, and I had to come back full circle at Cheshire. I ran my mouth a ton, but I was my height in 170, 160 pounds. I couldn't fight, but I ran my mouth so good nobody would fight me. And I was such an asshole. I would go to school but never went to class. I was that asshole, just walked the hallways.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, and then when I finally left Cheshire, not the prison, the high school, but when I left, I was 2 credits short, but they were like, you can't be 19 with 14-year-olds here, so you could just graduate.
I think they just felt bad for me and let me graduate at that point. I don't remember doing a scrap of homework in high school.
I learned nothing. I've learned more now in the last 2 years of my life than I did ever then.
I was in the retard bad section of high school, that they reserved for just the criminals and fucking unruly kids. and they did not have to do a fucking thing.
In 4th grade, I wasn't allowed to have recess once.
Boy.
If you want to take a kid with ADHD who wants attention and like make him worse, take away the one time he feels good is running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expelled in 3rd grade from my elementary school.
Yeah, me too.
ADHD.
Here's a banger. Me and Stancil didn't know each other as children, but we had the same child psychologist.
We didn't. Yeah, that's a true story.
We didn't figure this out. We didn't figure this out until like 3 years ago. When he was like, who's prescribing your Adderall?
You both got expelled, but you didn't. It wasn't together.
No.
Oh, we would grow up in different towns.
Yeah.
What did you do to get expelled?
I was a wild boy.
Now you're a beautiful.
The straw that broke the principal's shins was that I threw a desk at a teacher, and then when they sent me to the principal's office, I kicked him in the shins.
Get this, I threw a chair at a teacher, and then when they sent me to the principal's office, I called him a fag.
When I was in high school, I threw a desk at an Indian kid, and it was the only time I ever said the N-word. I called him a sand N-word. The only time I ever said it. And I got suspended for a week, and he didn't get in trouble at all.
3 peas in a pod.
We know how to throw some desks.
If you throw a desk, the worst part is when you throw a desk at an Indian kid, he probably solves an equation.
A retard kid gets his wings every time you throw a desk at an Indian boy.
Yeah.
Farouk Iqbal, that was his name.
I grew up with Italian teachers. You threw a chair at them, they threw it right back at you.
Yeah, I didn't say I didn't get hit
to
back.
it first. He tied cement blocks to it and threw it back at you.
I didn't say I didn't get hit back, but that was it.
Beat up? Did you guys get beat up? Were you fighters?
Literally, this is like Monty and Rommel parallel lives, but it's just me and Jim Stancil.
Yeah, no, I was on both sides, Pat. I was on both sides. I was bullied at a point, thrown into a garbage. Is when I was kicked out of another thing and sent to another thing because I was a new guy. And then, but predominantly my career was bullying. So that's the thing. I've been on both sides, and
I was bullied till I learned that I was better at giving it out. I could verbally bully. So once I learned my power, I abused it. But at the beginning, I was bullied all the time by kids who liked heavy metal. Like we called them dirtbags in our school, but they called themselves that. But they wore like the patches on their jean jackets, and they would one kid I've told the story before.
Patches.
One kid couldn't afford patches, and he just wrote with marker on it, but he couldn't spell well. And instead of writing Satan lives, he wrote Satin lives, and it was the best. It was in permanent marker. It was like,
I love how they
rocks too, you bitch.
They all had
That's
the Dead
good.
Kennedys patch, and Dead Kennedys was like the dumbest punk band back then.
Or Halloween.
Yeah.
They all love that because it's scary. It's Halloween, but with hell. Like Halloween already has hell, you dumb
Or
fuck.
Misfits, which was like the most vaudevillian punk band.
So not cool. Or Judas Priest,
cool.
just a gay guy making you all dressed like him.
Right.
He tricked you. He tricked all of you. We're tough. You're not tough. You're wearing a choker and chaps. What the fuck? You're not tough. You're ready to fuck. You're about to get gimped out. Docking. Right. That sounds like that's like when you do the sex, right? Docking.
Yeah.
Right. There's no way Jerry Only and fucking Danzig weren't like plowing each other after every show.
How could you resist each other?
He has his hair strand hanging over his cock.
And I'm going to say it, and this is probably where I'm going to get hate. Lemmy wasn't talented.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I don't care. I'm that guy. I've taken shots at Ski Mask. I've taken shots at Brennan. I've done it all. When I go after Lemmy, that's when I'll get canceled.
Oh, God. I mean, really, they didn't have, that many good songs. Ace of Spades.
Every good song they had was Triple H's theme song.
Yeah.
Which was a great song, let's be honest.
You just don't like it. Like, it wasn't really good.
Yeah,
I don't get what it's not good singing.
They're all on Tony Hawk soundtracks.
Tony Hawk, not a good skateboarder. Sorry. I'm taking shots now. Fuck
That's
you.
Great opinion.
Good. I watched all those 2 skateboard movies. I know about it. Something about the dogs, and then the cube.
Gleaming the Cube.
Gleaming the Cube, which sounds like the best jerk-off porn of all times.
Christian Slater.
Wow.
Wow.
I hated skate kids when I was growing up. I hated them
so
much. Were you a one, or were you a poser?
No, I was a skateboarder.
You really skateboarded? Like you did? You didn't just wear Vans and get that hair.
No, I really broke all my fucking bones on.
Oh, you tried. Then I give you respect, but I knew kids that they just dressed like it, and then they got that haircut that went over like the girl Trinity in fucking Matrix.
Oh yeah, they had Jinkos and a chain wallet, and then like a divorced parents.
Yeah, but their divorced parents kept buying them better skateboards.
Right, exactly. That was the best. They it felt when they feel bad for their kids and they just buy them shit.
Yeah, my parents got divorced and didn't care. That sucked. They were both just poor when they did it. I'm like, fuck you. Why you got foreign divorce?
The small sample size.
What's the point of being a white child in Connecticut if I'm not getting spoiled and turned into a piece of shit? Why am I being raised black? I've never had privilege. I was raised a poor black child. I'm Steve Martin, goddammit.
Yeah. My mom fucked a pool boy, and all I got was a go-kart.
All I got was this lousy T-shirt that says Tim's Pools. Oh, that's the best if your mom fucks a pool boy, but he's actually just an old man. He's not a pool boy. That's a 39-year-old guy.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a pool. That really sucks.
It's the milkman. Who the fuck gets milk delivered? Your mother. That's who gets delivered the milk.
And you get milk delivered, all right.
How about the women with the balls that just ask servicemen to fuck them?
Yeah. They're real people, right?
That whole life of just.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yep, that was weird. I did a comedy show once where I asked two people how they met. It was in New Hampshire, and the lady goes, "You're not going to believe us, but he was the UPS guy, and he delivered a package, and then he delivered more than a package." You know, I'm like, "What the fuck?" She goes, "Yeah, well, I asked him inside. He was hot. I gave him a drink. We started chatting, and we hooked up, and now we're married." I'm like, "That's weird. Do you ever let her get other packages delivered?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude." She goes, "I would never." I'm like, "You thought you'd never have that first time, but I would never let you order anything. You're a whore."
Can you imagine? It was worse doing that for.
I made him quit. I'm like, "So he has to quit the job because he fucks at it, but you get to keep getting packages? Fuck you."
I just don't think it's going to happen anymore. Have you seen how dumb FedEx guys are now?
So you think women are fucking for their brains?
No, I just think they wouldn't get it at this point. The milkmen in the old days knew what they were getting after. They're just dropping off bottles of milk.
If a lady drops to her knees while the guy holds a package, starts sucking his dick, he gets it.
Yeah, I guess.
He gets it. That's the only thing they're thinking about. They took the job because of porn.
That's what I was going to say.
Because they're sex offenders.
It's worth it.
Are you really offended, though? Why are you offended with all this sex offender? I'm not offending you. I'm giving you the goods, bitch.
I peed in a playground one night.
And what happened? A bunch of women showed up the next day with kids. It drew them in. They love the pee. It draws them in. It's got pheromones in it.
Yeah, it's like deer.
That bitch named Pharaoh, when I fucked her, she moaned. Hey, you know.
Bunch of women clawing at the bottom of a pole that you pissed on.
They're clawing because I locked them in a cellar, but still, I oiled the pole and they can't get up. And it's a fire pole, but I fucking stole it from this place. It was a good deal. I wouldn't say a steal, but it was fine. But they're trying to. But the point is, they love it. They're always yelling my name, like Tony, let me out of here. But I don't listen to the second part.
Where did you have a show in New Hampshire?
All the time.
Where?
Oh, where? Are you usually in Manchester?
Yeah.
A hotel. I do it for a place called the Headliners Comedy Club. I booked a bunch of stuff there. I also did some in Pelham.
Manchester's like the West Virginia of New Hampshire.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
we're like certain parts. Some parts are like they have a downtown that they call like Manch Vegas.
Yeah, right. And we're actually me and Stancil are headed up to New Hampshire for our annual man vacation, where we all have sex with each other.
Yeah, this week
in a cabin. This week, yeah. Actually, we're going to Hampton Beach, which is also like the seaside heights of New England. So it should be fun.
How many men go?
There's 6 this time, so it's gonna be.
Women aren't allowed at all?
No. How would you want them to ruin the fucking?
Well, they could videotape it. They're good at taping
now,
on their phone.
Too many
a white woman with a phone, she catches all the racism.
They can't stop talking during it, so that talking just.
They have masks now. This is the time.
Actually, I hear New Hampshire's relatively back to normal. So
they're doing shows up there now, and the shows are the same as everywhere else. They have to be socially distanced, and I just did the show. I was just at the casino on Thursday. I'm actually going to be there.
Hampton?
No. I was at Comics.
Oh, okay.
At Mohegan Sun, and I'm going to be there for a week in August, which is going to be weird, like living there for a week with everyone having masks on. It's going to be strange, but like it's weird to the shows. Like you could be on stage without a mask, and the people sitting in the chairs without a mask. But the second you get up, you have to wear a mask. You can't stand around the bar. You have to sit or you have to leave. It's odd. It's kind of the same, but not the same. And everybody's spaced out, so it's not like you don't get that energy. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I wonder what strip clubs are like. Are they open?
No, they're doing like drive-by strip clubs, right? I saw something like that on Twitter, which is where I get all my
that's what I saw too. But I thought that was like made up. I didn't know that was.
Yeah, no, it's probably not. I mean, I believe that would actually happen.
So a drive-by strip club is there's these girls dancing, and then Ice Cube drives by and shoots them.
Yeah, right. No.
Hopefully,
he'd be aiming for the 1-year-old baby.
It's the easiest kill. Listen, like I go, it's like this. People say there's all bad dead babies are bad babies. They're quiet. You know what I mean?
True.
You ever yelling baby? You're like, I wish that thing was dead. Dead babies.
Yeah, the one in Trainspotting was great.
I tried to work. The one joke I've always tried to work on has never worked in 3 years now. Never does. Is me having a conversation with someone and they said they had a baby. They were supposed to have a baby. So what happened? They said, well, it's a stillborn baby. And I said, well, congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, it was born and now it's stillborn. It's the best. We're all at. No, it died. I'm like, no. You're thinking of dead babies. Even when I work on the timing, it never hits 100%. I don't know why. It's a wordplay joke.
I would laugh.
Yeah,
I do have somebody made a joke at Kevin Brennan's roast that like you have the sex appeal of crib death.
Yeah.
Who said that?
I don't know. I feel like that was.
It couldn't be Chad Zumach.
It was
No.
No.
I don't know him either, but just when he attacked Christy Mayer, I thought that was weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird.
Everyone attacks her. I don't get it. What? Because she works. Listen, I've known her since I started doing comedy. She works real hard. She's turned something. No one gives her a chance. They all tell her it's because she's a girl. They all tell her it's because she has tits. They all say all this. She works her fucking ass off and has built a huge following. Say what you want. You don't have to like the show. Am I the hugest fan of the West? It's not. I don't like sex shows. It's not really my cup of tea. But what she's doing is fucking crazy. For these comics to all just shit on her, you could shit on her for her actual talent if you want to poke holes in that. But to say that that she sucks because this, that, whatever she's doing, I'm jealous as fuck is what she's doing. I mean, she's killing it.
Well, I have to say, like, despite all the irrelevant nonsense that me and Stancil have been doing lately, she's been like the most supportive person of everything I've been doing. Like she's
incredible like that. Like she's always great, supportive of people, and she's talented. The characters she does are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
She went on In Hot Water. She took that opportunity, and then they gave her a show out of the characters she was doing, and she's killed it with that show. People love it. I got to meet 2 porn stars because of her, so I'm psyched. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's weird to
she rolls with it well.
Like, I don't know.
No, I don't know. No, she rolls with it well. I don't want to know
you, then jerk off to you.
What?
I don't want to know you, then jerk off to you.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you just like I have to suspend my disbelief. I just get an eerie feeling like somebody's about to die whenever I see a porn star.
Yeah, like Trinity St. Clair was like the nicest person, and she rolled with every punch when I was in hot water with her. And not that I'd ever jerked off to her before, I didn't know who she was. But then I looked her up, and I'm like, I can't jerk off to her. She was funny. And then like it's just weird. And then the same thing with Randy James when I was on the show on In Hot Water.
She was fucking awesome. I was on a show with her last night.
Incredible! I could sit there and chat with her. She was a great personality. She was fun, and she's got a business head like crazy. She just happens to do porn, but she fucking understands what she's doing. And to jerking off to her to me would be disrespectful. I'm like, I respect what you do, but obviously her job is to get jerked off at. So it's like I would just rather watch and applaud.
Yeah, there's a thing where I like actually meet porn stars in person, and it's like running into the tall man from Phantasm. It just scares the shit out of me.
I had a nickel for every time I heard the comparison to the tall guy from Phantasm. I would have a nickel.
I'm shooting blanks here, guys. It's fun.
Listen, listen. That's not a blank. That's a great deep cut. You want deep cut. You're not a hack. You're not saying like a bunch of minute bulls running around. You're throwing me tall guy from Phantasm.
It is pretty obscure.
Manute Bol went to the University of Bridgeport. There's your Connecticut. One thing of Connecticut knowledge we know.
That's true.
I met Manute Bol in Connecticut.
You know how fucked up and white
that was so weird to meet Manute Bol.
I met Manute Bol at the paint warehouse because my mom came home and we were all playing in the yard, and she was like, Shaquem O'Neal is at the Paint Warehouse. Is it Shaquille O'Neal? Like, yeah, that's it. We went down. It's fucking Manute Bol. His legs are like 9 feet. It's like a spider. Yeah. They're going out the door. He's sitting on a paint can. It was very sad, but I got his autograph.
He's standing inside a paint can.
The paint can.
He was sitting on a paint can. Like his legs are like through the door.
He was 7'7", right?
Yeah. Poor guy.
The paint can.
He was on that team with was it Muggsy? Yeah, Muggsy Bogues. That's Bud Webb. He was on a team with Muggsy. One of them.
He also tried to play
shortest guy.
He also tried to play hockey at one point, which is fucking.
Well, I think they just took him, and it's funny to put an African on ice.
Yeah.
What was that movie he was in? Remember the movie that
Roots?
Oh, gee.
No, Air Up There. That wasn't him. That was
the Air Up There.
Yeah, that wasn't him. That wasn't him.
There was there's no actual famous basketball players in Air Up There.
He was in Air Bud. He was the hoop.
Besides.
Yeah. He was skinny.
He was very skinny.
Who was the one in the Billy Crystal movie? Was it George
Murison?
Yeah.
As I call a poor man Sean Bradley.
Oh, yeah. Just like, no, I call him My Heart's Gonna Explode in 5 years.
Yeah, Billy, there's no worse usage of a human than, hey, you're super huge and kind of retarded. You want to be in my movie?
They pretty much did that to wrestlers forever.
But at least they knew they were a character. He's like, George, somebody didn't. You want to talk? Okay, you're canceling voice actors? Cancel giant people from getting in movies. Why is Murison getting a lead role in a movie? He can't act.
Yeah,
could barely play defense.
Yeah, but they put Andre the Giant in Princess Bride, and his legs were falling out from under him. The guy's.
But if you're gonna get a giant,
I
get
know.
Andre. It's in his name. He's Andre the Giant.
There had to be.
Yeah, you don't get a Serbian guy who can't finish a sentence.
Yeah, there had to be a younger.
Guy can't finish a sentence.
There was a younger Croatian somewhere that was about to die that they could have put in.
He's like, who else has giganticism?
I'm gonna die, it says.
That's the best. Even your disease is just like your dumb thing. Like, you even name it better. It's like you're gigantic. What do we call this? Giganticism. Like it's nothing else. Who cares? They're gonna die, and it's funny. They definitely had ballooning up.
They had a scientist board meeting about that. Like, what the fuck do we call this? Well, we can't call him about to die because that wouldn't go over well.
If Lou Gehrig got Lou Gehrig's disease, how did Andre the Giant not get Andre the Giant disease? That's his disease. He's the number 1 giganticism, right?
Yeah. Probably. Couldn't even help him out.
The most well-known one, yeah.
Who else?
Kurgan.
I don't think he had giganticism.
Oh, he had it.
No, I think he just had he's like that guy from Happy Gilmore. He's like, I'll meet you in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Fucking guy. The guy from fucking Bond. Like his jaw was his Jaws.
Jaw. Oh yeah. Fuck
Jaws, yeah.
Yeah, and he would just remember how sad it was when he tried to chase him, but he couldn't even move. It was like
oh my God.
Once again, real limbed giant people were fucking cultural appropriated and thrown out of there. Sad. It's sad when giant people are getting thrown aside.
Sad.
There's not even really giants. They're all 5'8". There's no such proof as tall people. They would touch the top of the earth, right? Because it's flat. There's a dome. No one can be 7'7".
The head would hit the moon.
They would smack the moon. The moon's not real. That's why they can't hit it. Never seen The Truman Show? It's a painting. The Truman Show is real.
We are in The Truman Show right now.
Everything is The Truman Show. Even The Truman Show was The Truman Show.
I really feel like that is what's happening right now.
That we're in The Truman Show?
There's some kind of thing going on.
Who are they? Well, who's Truman? Trump? That'd be great. It's his show. He's just the president. We're all like, yeah, we're in. Imagine if that was it. That could really be it. The Trump show, he could really be it. Like, he was the master of reality. What if he got so tricked into it that he's not really the president, and we've all been tricked to be part of this thing, but someone's making this happen and go, we got you.
Why are the stars flickering right now? That was a bad Trump. You do it.
It was
better.
a good De Niro.
Stancil does it better.
It was a good De Niro. Stancil, do you do things?
What did I do?
Do Trump.
I've been recording everything the last 4 years. Really been unbelievable. For the next 4 years, he just went in office to record a show. just to get content, and now he's just gonna get voted out in the next 4. He has 4 years of fucking content.
Back. He's back. Who's beating
Genius.
him? No one's beating him.
That's content.
Sniffy Joe? No, Sniffy Joe can't beat him.
Oh God, yeah, it's a mess.
I'm saying it. The only person that could beat him, and I've been saying it every week, is
Sniffy
Michelle
Joe.
Obama.
Yeah, well, Michael, you mean?
Michael Obama.
Michael Obama.
Listen,
You saw
she
that
doesn't have a
cock, dude.
That's so
You saw
weird.
it.
Everyone's all about her cock.
For a second, you were like, that's a fucking cock on Ellen.
You still call her Michelle. I don't know if you've learned this.
Yeah, that's her choice. I mean,
Yes.
that's
So
fine.
Listen, if she has a cock, that would make a lot of people happier if she became president. They're like, well, she's not a real lady, so it doesn't count yet. She'd make everyone – imagine that. How mad would white women be if the first female was actually a transgender and they don't get a real 100% woman the same way Italians never got a president? Anyways, it's just hilarious. You and women don't deserve it. It's fine.
Yeah. Mussolini was a chick, too.
Yeah. But he didn't really get voted in.
He got hung.
He didn't get voted in. He kind of just
did all right.
Yeah, but he kind of
did all right. He's doing what he loves.
He does what he loves. God bless him. He does what he loves. Where can people follow you to?
Goodness, if they want to,
well, you have a show you're on. You should.
I'm at not me. I'm not Mead on Twitter, and then we're obviously Ski Mask Collective. At Ski Mask Host, Ski Mask Host. He puts out all the tweets for the show, and then we just retweet them. And then
just go to YouTube, find Ski Mask, and look for the video.
Ski Mask Collective, and then obviously at Stancil Jim.
Stancil Jim. It's
are you guys on MLC a lot, or are you just like fan? Are you on?
We were just on literally right before this.
No, MLC. We were on with
MLC. Well, actually, we were on MLC once. It was absolutely horrible because I was very drunk and didn't know what to say. That was good. And I was just in awe at Kevin Brennan just being so fucking angry, and I loved it. So I just, I just kind of want to sit back and let him do his thing. So I don't want to interrupt anybody,
No, he's someone else. I think that's why he's never had like a co-host that could actually be good.
Yeah, he had one, a fake blind person.
No, one that could be good.
Oh, okay.
Because
I think
because he's a guy that should be alone. You do need someone else to kind of bounce things off just for human mind's sake, but he doesn't need anyone else.
You need someone to make him mad. That's about it.
Yeah,
and that's the show. That's the whole show.
Yeah, he's
a show about the show.
He just needs a sounding board or like a punching bag, like a piñata type deal. That's what he needs.
Yes, 100%. That's why I'm glad Chad, because they're inevitably going to have a huge falling out, and then he'll disappear.
Oh, is Chad his co-host now?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm too poor to watch anything on Patreon, so I've watched a couple of the MLCs where they're free, but I've never watched like a full one. I used to watch him on Burning Bridges, and once in a while I'll go to Compounds on demand in the archives and watch him again because he's just brilliant. Getting so mad.
They're gold. They're gold.
I'll pirate some of these for you.
I'll pirate it up. Wear an eye patch when you do it. You probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Brendan, one thing he loves is money, right?
Yeah. Gotta feed his children. Gotta feed my kids.
He had a great video today on Twitter promoting his show.
I love it. I love his train videos. Those are the best.
That's the first time I saw one, and that was really well done. I did like that. So.
Yep. But thanks for having us on.
I love what you guys are doing. Once again, I still don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm on board.
Yeah, we never really answered that, but
we'll
keep doing it.
You know what? You did. People watching this will be like, it's the same thing. At first, like, what the fuck is this? And then we got fun conversations. It all flowed. It was fun story. People go at the end of the day, they get it. You're fun people to chat with. You're a good hang. That's what you two are. And that's what people like about you. It's fun on a show. Sometimes shows overthink the guests and all this shit. Good hang people. I get why Ski Mask is doing it. You probably make him feel good, and he needs confidence to do the show, and you two make him laugh, and it makes him feel good about having you on. I get it. You're good luck charms.
Right.
Like I will agree to that. That's it.
A fat girl next to a supermodel makes him look better.
You're two Sandy Hook sevens. That's what you are. You're not hot, but you're not dead.
Dead people?
No, you're hot, but you're not dead. That's what a 7 is.
Yeah. All right. I'm a dead kid. Is that what you're saying? Thank you.
Listen, if you were dead, you'd be 8s, because then you finally shut the fuck up. It'd be great.
Actually, they would be about 12 now.
No, the rating.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dead kids. All right.
You're like, why does he need a 7? Because they're the most limber. No, the rating of 10. They're adults now. They made it through the shootings.
Yeah, they're all crisis actors.
Are we ending that on this?
Yeah.
On that. You've got to do an impression if you're going to do that.
They're all crisis actors. We never saw a gun. We never saw. They were all hired by John Podesta and George Soros. Anyway.
They were all on the casting couch. I was there. It was me, Jean-Benet Ramsey. Yes, she's still alive, and we were there because she knows a good kid actor. We watched that, me, Earl, and Shirley Temple. Temple's still alive too. The three of us, we scouted it out. We know. We would sit there, we'd tell them something like a nice little story about Barney or something, and then boom, I throw a paint can at their head, and whoever dropped it, made it look real, we hired them. If you can't take a paint can to the head, you ain't in, Sandy Hook.
I don't want you to get demonetized.
Demonetized. That was a character that I was portraying. And by the way, I would have to be monetized.
Yeah.
We're sponsored by hot sauce, I think.
Listen, this is my goal. My goal is to get good enough where I'm worth canceling. That's all. And I'm building the resume. So when finally one day I get an ounce, like, he did it. Boom. People could just unleash that.
Yeah.
He believed that Sandy Hook had actors. He believes Jean-Benet and Shirley Temple were there with a man casting it. Right. And they threw paint cans at kids, and the ones that took it well were good at getting shot. That's what he believes.
You can just cancel yourself. It'll be like Wag the Dog, but with comedy.
Well, first of all, sir, which one thing we don't do on this show is take shots at Wag the Dog. How fucking... a masterpiece like Wag the Dog. That's how you're gonna end. People were on your side. They loved you.
Perfect.
And you ruined that. Oh, you're trying to cancel me? You're not gonna cancel me.
I'm trying to cancel myself at this point.
We're canceling all this. Thank you.
All right. Just cut the last 5 minutes off. Leave it on.
I don't edit. You think I have editing power? You think I know what to do? I just take it and put it on. I can't edit shit. It's not what we do. We just end it like this. Goodbye.